Hello everyone, this is Franz from Makeup Fuzz, and welcome to another reading on the YouTube channel. So in this reading, we're going to be talking about GOT7, specifically what the hell is going on in terms of comebacks, maybe individual successes, and some other additional questions. So first, let's ask ourselves if this year we will be getting a comeback from them, because motherfuckers have been hinting or have been trying to convince themselves that Bam Bam be hyping up Agase, and I just want to motherfucking know. So let's see if we're going to be getting anything from them. We will do this shuffling live, so you can hear straight from the horse's mouth the potential. Will we be getting a comeback from GOT7 in the year of 2022 at any point? Well, the answer was immediate with a big fat no, 7 of wands, which the card itself indicates to me. And even looking at the overall bottom, a lot of them still have some working to do on their personal affairs, period. A lot of them might still be battling their internal demons and working on their own affairs. Too busy to be giving Agase a comeback, which is a damn shame. So let's move into what the hell could be going on individual success wise with the others, starting with Park Jin Young. So Park Jin Young. So straight into it. What the hell is going on with his individual success as of right now and leading into close to the middle of the year is the Fool reversed, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, overall bottom of the moon, peeking out is King of Wands, Queen of Wands, 4 of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles, and Tower, and 6 of Wands. So, your boy is a little bit confused, stumped, don't know what the hell to do, because he feels strange that he don't have 2 jobs anymore, essentially. He's just kind of like, damn, now what the hell am I supposed to do with the other half of my week that I'm not filming dramas or whatever it is? Like, I'm so used to not being in my apartment or wherever, because I would be going to run to go record or maybe do some choreography or discuss themes or whatever under their previous company. And now he's kind of at liberty to just do his acting thing and then go about his business. So he feels weird about his free time. In terms of his individual success though, he's not doing too bad. It just kind of seems like he might allow that well to dry up methodically, maybe to phase himself out, to maybe try to experience a bit of a more normal life, right? His money is really not going to be failing. He actually might be meeting someone that he might be potentially interested in. However, looking at it here, it seems like he might just be flirting. There might be a little bit of something in the news saying like, oh, potential relationship, when in reality it doesn't really end up going the full 9 yards. What's funny is very soon we actually might be seeing a bit of controversy with him enjoying his free time, which could mean a good thing or a bad thing. It might be a bad thing in terms of like, it's like, damn bro, there are rules and you might be violating them, and this is not something that we would expect from Jin Young. Or it could be something like, motherfuckers are just kind of like shocked that he's acting like a normal person, which is strange. But it seems like he might be entering a bit of a period of confusion soon if he's not already in it, in terms of like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what I want to do with myself anymore. I kind of just chose the job within my vicinity and the thing that I'm kind of good at and have been doing for a while, solely due to the fact that it was right here. But now I don't know what the fuck I want to do with myself. Like, I'm not really running around and chasing love and romantic things or families. I'm not chasing property or really a bag, because I have enough money to live a pretty comfortable-ish life. Where do I go from here? So he's not necessarily giving out the same sort of energy that I would say someone like, Jaehyun from NCT would be giving, like sabotaging and ruining things just because he's bored. But he might be getting himself in a little bit of hot water solely due to the fact that he's going to be kind of trying to explore and try new things and hope that something sticks, Then again, this is as of human nature, that sometimes you just gotta try something, or you go through periods where nothing is particularly happening. So I would say, watch out. What most likely might be happening is he might take up some learning of new skills or go back to school or something like that. But even then, he might still not know yet what to do with himself. So we're just gonna have to see what the hell comes out of Jin Young in terms of that. I don't think we're gonna be seeing any music out of him. He's doing his acting thing, obviously, but it seems like he just kind of is falling back into really what it feels like to be a person. So he's going to be trying to figuring out what he wants to do with himself, whether that means maybe he wants to go back and get a degree and work in corporate Korea. Who knows? So don't worry about him too much. He's doing just fine. I would just say keep your eyes peeled for the potential controversy and blow up that might be happening involving him. So moving on next to Yu-Gyum. So now for Uri Kim Yu-Gyum, I don't know what it is. There's just this strange energy here that somehow astrologically they're still connected together. I ain't an astrologer, but somehow astrologically they're still connected as a unit. Obviously, I mean, it's like they're still a group, but you know what I mean? It's like they're still hooked in together and the energies are still intermingling and affecting each other. So anyway, on to what's going on with Uri Kim Yu-Gyum is 10 of Wands reverse, Hangman, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, over a bottom, High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, over a bottom, 7 of Wands, Death, King of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles, and 4 of Pentacles. Yo, but Uri Mangne is going through it, and he's not gonna tell no motherfucking body. He is going through it, and he's kind of been, it's like this going through it, this phase or whatever, this feeling he was supposed to have experienced quite a long time ago, but he was able to suppress it up until it seems like now, I'd say, strangely enough. So he's kind of fighting those demons and realizing that there are some things that remained within him from when he was still in GOT7, from back when he was a freaking 16-year-old up until now, is realizing that like he enjoyed being a crowd pleaser, but it's like, to what ends did it affect his mental health, which he's going to have to deal with. He's not necessarily going to become the type where he's almost has like a strangely bitter and passive aggressive relationship with an audience, right? But he's going to have to redefine the way he approaches having and interacting with an audience and connecting with those in his community, the little, rally of stands or whatever you might call them rallying around him, the relationship that he wants with them and how he approaches that, so to say. So it seems like he is going to kind of try to tough it out, and he knows what the answer is to his problem, right? But in terms of solving it, it seems like he's gonna need someone to like almost regurgitate that answer to him for him to finally realize Eureka and then fix it, peeking out as the Hermit. So if it's a bit of radio silence for him right now, besides, like the canned Instagram post or whatever that his publicist or whoever his PR team are putting out to, make it look like, for sure he's all good and he's alive, I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like soon though he is going to, come back to the limelight, maybe might release a single or some sort of content. Something like he could be interacting with like comedians, maybe some sort of variety gag show type of vibe. But I would say I don't think we're going to be getting a huge album from him just yet. It seems like we might get a bit more time of pause for him to kind of go back to the drawing board and do some creation and gather up some inspiration, smash it all together, and then present us with something new. So it seems like he's doing maybe not the best emotionally as of right now, but he will be doing pretty good creatively, because he knows, at least in the back of his mind very deeply, is that he's always going to bounce back no matter what. So other than that, he's not doing too bad. So now let's talk about Jackson Wang. So lovely Jackson Wang, Wang Puppy, Wang Aji, Hermit Reverse, Emperor, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Over our bottom, the Fool, peeking out is the Moon, 6 of Swords, Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Hermit, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and Page of Cups. And finally, 7 of Swords. So, let me let me not, scald you with the tea first. Let's start off with things a little bit lighter. Jackson seems to be doing pretty alright right now, at least on the surface. He's recharging himself with interacting with the public. So we might see another surge of content where he's been everywhere in motherfucking LA, talking to Harper's Bazaar, like GQ, fucking whoever, QQ magazine, dadgummit, going to do some shit with Fendi, Gucci. He's going to recharge himself with working and interacting with the public and other people. So his social medias are not going to run dry during this time, because he's in his motherfucking bag. Jackson said, I am here, I'm the king, and like, we are really here to dominate. Team Wang is here to dominate. So your boy really is, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get at least a little bit of interactive pan the pack content. It might not necessarily be music, but it more so feels like he would be doing something like, I don't know, interacting with them, some sort of game show, not necessarily like a pen the pack code type of show, but something where they're interacting with each other candidly. Your boy is learning some new skills, so you might see him post about a new hobby or something he's taken up, maybe a different aspect of fitness like calisthenics, or maybe he's learned how to play fucking, I don't know, cricket, just for funsies, which he'll be showing off. However, what we have here though is the 9 swords, meaning he might be going through a bit of a crisis right now on the inside. Anxiety is just a thing as it is, period. You know your boy be nervous, but it feels like this anxiety he could be experiencing could be due to something almost like feeling like he might be running out of time to do all of these things. So he is just running, racing to just start collecting, ticking things off of his bucket list and adding new things to his bucket list to tick off, because he just feels like, damn, a moment can be snatched away from you. Like, tomorrow is not guaranteed. So now he's kind of just running rampant with that energy, which to some extent it could be good, but the fact that it's providing him, infecting him with this anxiety is a bad thing. So you might see him do a whole lot more popping up on his friends. So I don't know, June Park, maybe he's popping up on the other members of GOT7 to hang out with them, see them, call them, because he misses them. He misses his friends. That's literally here. He misses his friends. He might not fully communicate all of his deeper, darker feelings on the inside, but it's almost just one of those things that those who know and love him can tell that the reason that he's doing all this and overcompensating is because he's scared. Maybe something could have happened recently, or could be happening in his personal life, like maybe someone could have fallen sick or something like that, or something just could be going on with his personal life that is making him act out just a little bit, but not necessarily in a way that is so super detrimental. However, I do see here that he might mention it very briefly in passing, or maybe probably truthfully very candidly what could be going on with him that's making him kind of act a fool. So maybe if he revisits Eric Nam podcast, Dive Studio stuff, or whatever that might be more of a platform that he would choose to speak candidly, I would say. He's just kind of having this anxiety that feels like it's not the kind, it is kind of the kind that springs out of nowhere, but it's more so the kind that, like water, like ice cold water splashes you twice and makes you snap back to reality and realize, like, here's where I am, this is what I'm doing. It's a high sense of hyper awareness. You know what I mean? It's very much like, the hairs are standing up on the back of your neck. Now what can I do to soothe and, wipe away that ache or scratch that itch? So he is not doing the worst, but he also seems to kind of be going through it. This is why I was saying that there's almost like this energy that is affecting them as a unit, as a group, because it's kind of affecting all of them in different manners. So now we move on to Udi. Bam 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 bam. So just getting straight into it, what to expect next from Bam Bam is 2 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 10 of Swords, Judgment, 6 of Wands, overall bottom 3 of Wands. Peeking out is 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, overall bottom 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 2 of Cups, and Page of Swords. So, really bam 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 bam. this man, he might be coming up and getting ready to take a break soon, but rather than fully taking a break and pulling himself out of work, he's gonna find a way to turn his fun into work and still be able to enjoy himself. And he might actually open up a new stream of income for himself. So, for example, to put it in a manner, he might start vlogging from home or have a homie follow him around. And on top of this, he might make a few guest appearances on some shows, or shit, he might be able to pitch an idea to a network and start his own show. But it's gonna be something like that's an old, like classic vibe, but it's going to be vamped back up. Like, it's very much like he's going back to like what was popping in them 2010s and like the very like late early 2000s type of vibe, and he's going to give it a kick in the seat of the pants and turn it on his head and give it this fresh sunken bam bam feel. So for example, let's say, I don't know, if he were to revive some shit like We Got Married, like that old ass show, it'd be something like For the Love of Bam Bam, and it would probably be super staged, and he'd be doing it with some homies or some friends or whatever, but there might be one person on there that he's actually super vibing with. Either that, or at this time he's going to be finding someone that he's interested in, and the public are really going to be rooting for them to be together. However, he's probably not likely going to confirm nor deny whether this person is his boo. Back to the show concept idea, it's very much like he's going to be turning it on his head, or he's going to be solidifying his stake in Asian media wherever it is. It could be back home for him, or it might be in Korea, and people are going to be loving the episodes or appearance he makes so much so that they're going to be begging for him to come back, and might even try to make him like a regular cast member of said entertainment. So he's going to be kind of trailblazing, opening up a new stream of income for himself, and it's just going to be kind of trying and exploring new opportunities. So like I said, like the vlogging videos, just new media from him. He's going to probably be putting his music a little bit on the rest, rather maybe move it a little bit lower on the list of priorities, meaning he's not really going to be taking a rest. But what I find strangely about this energy is he's not necessarily going to be burnt out with what's going on, like for him. So it's like him switching up his workload so he doesn't get tired of it, which, I mean, you know, is a feat that not very many people can deal with, I guess. So he's going to just switch up his workload, reproportion everything, and set some new, I guess, running stakes for himself. So in terms of like idols who are from groups that might have split apart or might not be super active, he's going to be the one who's setting the motherfucking bar. So when Bam Bam does all of this, all of a sudden everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, we need to get up off our asses and do the same, because Bam Bam is out here doing it in a way almost better than we are, and well, we are not about to get left behind in the game. So, you know, just as it is with trends and whoever is popping, he's going to be the one who's making efforts, but he's not particularly trying to incite competition, who's going to run to the front of the race, and everyone's like, oh shit, we need to catch up. So I guess look forward to some new media coming up and new viral things coming from Bam Bam. So he's actually doing great here. I truly see nothing, you know, super difficult. He might actually also acquire some property, or he might entertain the idea of maybe buying some shares in like some staple companies, I would say. Either this, or he's gonna start learning about business, period. Business, school, whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily feel like a full degree, but he's going to learn more about the business to either infiltrate it and, you know, I guess lay some more groundwork for generational foundational wealth just for himself, just for the kick, or he might be starting to do some research to start something himself. But it more so feels like he just wants to learn how it works so he can be part of it in a way that's proper, very much just put together. So yeah, that is on that. And let's move on to Uri Mark Tuan. So for Uri Marky Mark, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 4 of Swords, over about him the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Knight of Wands, the Judgment, excuse me, is this? Yeah, this is the Hierophant, sorry, the World Chariot, over about him, 10 of Cups, picking out Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, the Sun again, and what's this right here? Ace of Swords. So, straight up, let me tell you, your boy is confused, and is surprised to none, or especially not me as a motherfucking reader. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if your favorite readers is picking up on this, but I personally am picking up on the fact that Mark don't know where the hell to be or what the hell to do. What it's giving me here is he might truly just be stuck in the middle of identities of being like, the Korean pop star in the country versus now he's over here in LA or whatever it is and doing his thing, and he doesn't know how to necessarily feel American. He's stuck between worlds. And it seems like at least this year, I would say he might find a bit of a purpose, but it doesn't necessarily seem like it's going to be the end all be all for him. So let's get into that. It's the fact that this is going to sound kind of messed up, but if he finds a partner, this person might turn out to be his forever, but we might see a little bit of weird, funky things about them before, the court of public opinion decides that this person actually might be kind of good for him. This person is not going to be portrayed in the best of lights. I don't necessarily know what this person's race is, but they kind of might be a normal person. Well, not necessarily a normal person. They might have some influencer vibes or something like that. They might have came with their own money, but their attachment to Mark is going to seem, like I said, very fishy to the public. Like, this is gonna sound shady, but it's going to be giving like how the people felt about Hiya and Don departing from their company. People are gonna be thinking, damn, like this bitch really is snatching Mark away he is the one getting the short end of the stick. It's going to appear that way maybe, but it's not going to be that way. They're gonna go through some bumps in the road, and they're gonna be accidentally like guilty of showing a little too much and then way too little, and they're going to be doing a lot of maybe tussling with the public. Even if it's not like a romantic relationship, it could be a friendship, someone that is notable and reputable. Maybe not necessarily as like a K-pop idol, but someone, like I said, who's reputable. And it's going to be a bit weird. It's going to be weird. Like I said, he might meet this person and be able to find at least a bit of a semblance of an identity in a way. In terms of, maybe what he wants to do with himself and show the public. He might find more footing in that regard using this person. And it's gonna be a bit difficult because like I said, bro, the public's gonna be giving him some shit. And I guess it's gonna be kind of like he's going to be putting a sifter, whether he knows it or not, over his audience and those who are, just full out gossip, who are, markies, whatever the hell his fans are, little markies. And he's going to be sifting out, the people that really have like a strange parasocial relationship with him and end up sifting out, maybe a smaller number, but those who actually are willing to care and see him for who he is, right? He might end up revealing, the depth of the relationship he has with this person, whether, it's romantic or platonic. He could be like, hey, this is my best friend. But overall, he's going to be feeling really boxed up this year. Eight of Swords. Boxed up and very just feeling strangely like naked and exposed in front of the public. Like there's nobody to really hide behind for him. And it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, truly. Because I'm looking at all this and it's just like, his money ain't going to dry up, so to say. Like things are going to be going well for him, but it ain't quite right or it's not enough. Like he's very much going to be like, he's not going to know what to do with himself or what to do with it. Like on the surface, he might act like everything's all good, when on the inside, he's truly kind of frustrated because he might not be yet acclimated to the life that he is currently living now. As their GOT7 is not necessarily a unit that all lives together anymore or whatever it is. I mean, they weren't really up until, the divide. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I said, don't take this the wrong way. They're not like disbanded, they're just not under JYP. But it's very much like he's still trying to figure out his place, man. He's still trying to figure out his place. He's not sure how to perceive anything. And it's like everything is not necessarily going to feel right to him. He's going to be like, yeah, cool, this is a check. But it's like, did I want to get it this way? Not like he's going to be doing any weird illegal stuff. But it's just like, he's not going to know really how to articulate his feelings. And it's going to frustrate him a lot of times. I don't know. One thing I'm going to say here is it's only going to get worse for him throughout this year unless he starts communicating, which could be with those who are around him directly, friends, family, whatever, but it also means the public, meaning like you do not have like someone at JYP holding like a knife to the back of your spine who's telling you don't ever tweak your feelings or what's going on. I'm not saying he needs to be one of those creators that overshares everything, but it's like he does not yet know where he stands truly. Is he still like, Mark the idol in GOT7 who should show only professional disposition and hardly of their feelings other than its positive stuff, or we can do this, I gotta say. Or if he's the normal guy who should show himself, spitting, drinking, and vaping on camera, he doesn't yet know where to add that boundary in the parts of himself he wants to show to the public, which he is allowed to show to the public, etc., etc., etc. So this is weird. Tell me what you guys make of this, because it's a mess. So whatever. Let us move on to Uri Youngjae des Haran, and then we'll wrap up with J-Bum, and then we'll have parting comments. Uri Youngjae. So, Hangman, Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, which is 2, 2. Anyway, Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, overall bottom 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Fool, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, overall bottom, also Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Empress, 7 of Swords, what's this, 4 of Cups, and Temperance. So, remember when Youngjae was super communicative with the public and everything seemed to be going great and was just fine and dandy, and now all of a sudden it's radio silence. This is why. Why come? Because it's him really finally being hit with the fact like, oh shit, we're not under JYP anymore. We don't get to eat in their cafeteria anymore. I don't get to see Bangchan anymore. It's like, oh shit, for real? I'm a singer, but like now what the fuck? What? Who's gonna make the decisions? Like what? I don't get to just, ignore old man JYP's phone calls anymore because he don't call me anymore. It's very much like someone grabbed him and like shook him a little and was like, you're not at JYP anymore. He was like, oh, what the fuck? So it's him kind of realizing, oh shit, damn. I really kind of just kept marching to the beat of JYP when I ain't there anymore. I kept marching to the beat of these previous cycles that I was going through, and what? You know what I mean? It finally just kind of slapped him over the face, like splashed cold water on him, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And he might just let his feelings out. He might actually communicate that to social media. I would be a little bit careful. If it's not to social media, he might speak about how he has contact with the members frequently or has been hitting them up a little bit more. His money is going to be doing just fine, and he's going to be open to exploring and doing different things during this time, I would say. So specifically, like, it's him saying, you know what, maybe I should take up being like an MC on the radio again, or maybe I should, see if this show is looking, for someone to come on the show or would be willing to have me on the show, and maybe I could become part of the regular cast type of vibe. It's very much him thinking, I'm not gonna quit music, but it's like, I wouldn't mind having a second job or something to fill my time, to have more of a sense of community and see some people consistently, because I can't see my members every motherfucking day. He's gonna be doing pretty alright. It's just going to be a little bit of a fight for him. He's going to have to really reconcile with this, and he is likely going to succeed. Like I said, he might go express his emotions. If he hasn't been on the Eric Nam podcast or something to that effect or nature, I wouldn't be surprised if Eric Nam didn't invite him out and was like, hey, homie, come through, or something like that. And it was just like, let's see what's up, have some candid conversations. He's going to be honestly speaking about his feelings. There ain't going to be no hiding with sorry y'all, it's a lovely day in the city and I have the window open, but that comes with the noises of outside. Anyway, back to Youngjae. He very much is just going to be speaking candidly about how he feels, and he might not hide it. He might even actually reveal a couple of things that went on that motherfuckers did not know. But it seems like he's going to be doing pretty alright. In terms of music, he might actually derive some inspiration from trying and doing new things and be able to go back to the drawing board. However, I don't know if I particularly would count on a release, at least in this earlier half of the year, maybe towards like winter, fall, the birth months around there. So I would say maybe wait till the latter half of the year to get any singles out of him. But it just seems like he's going to very much just be coming to realizations, reconciling with things, and then will be evolving to the public, spreading his wings, and it's gonna be beautiful. So yeah, nothing much else there. So let's move on to J Bum. Wrapping up with Udi J Bum, Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 6 of Cups overall, but I'm Queen of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Hierophant, 6 of Wands, the Moon overall, bottom 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Moon, and Wheel of Fortune. So straight up, what I'm going to tell you is that J Bum has not yet found what's going to stick and what's going to make him money, right? Like the one thing, the passion, or rather reigniting his passion for music. He's still burnt out, but damn, does he have a lot of fumes to keep running. He might encounter an influential relationship this year, but it also more so feels like it could be romantic. This person could have water placement, specifically Cancer, could be someone that he's known for a long time. This person could be older than him or could have a more mature and motherly, like maternal, parental, caregiver like disposition. This person is likely a relationship, but if this person is older than him, I don't know if it's necessarily significant. I wouldn't say it's like a 10-year difference, but like 5-year, and the difference in their natures, their dispositions is enough to make it seem like this person could be like a good 10 years older than him. He's kind of just not speaking about his feelings and what's going on with him, and he's kind of still deceiving himself that he has more than enough energy to keep going, and he's going to keep running with it. Dadgummit, he's going to keep running with it. He's probably going to find happiness and rest and asylum in this relationship that he finds, whether this is a friendship or romantic connection. This person is going to be able to provide and give him care and be there for him and be there to talk to him. But it seems like they might not be able to determine or discern the fact that he is running on fumes still, like I said last year. And they're just gonna be there to be a good support to him, but it seems like they're probably not gonna know that he's running himself into the ground still, because he himself is in denial that he's running himself into the ground. Like I said, we have the Moon here twice, is that he still does not yet know what it is that he would like to do, what he would like to commit to his passion, his music, and his current affairs that he's doing now. So like going on shows, being a judge, this is gonna make him money. Yes, it's going to bring him fortune, but in terms of connecting his heart and his mind and bringing himself like the satiety, happiness through his work, he's not quite yet there. He's not quite anyway. He's not quite there yet, but it seems like he's just gonna kind of keep running with this energy until he crashes. However, I would say it's going to be funny. He might not actually crash this year, or it might be towards his birthday / like the end of the year is when he finally hits, like it's like a missile hitting the ground. Boom. It's going to be exponential. Will the public know this? No. It's likely that he's going to disappear from all social media, and there probably will be content with his face still being released at this time, so no one's really gonna know that this man is that near paralyzed with depression or like burnout in his apartment with his damn cats. So it seems like, I guess, to be objective, he's not doing too bad monetarily wise in terms of music. Not to be a hater, rather, but what it's saying here is it's going to be a bit bland. It's not going to be anything super fresh or new for J-Bum. So if it's giving like, old Def Soul mixtapes, I wouldn't be surprised. Or if he releases some old Def Soul tracks that just weren't released back when they were at JYP, I also wouldn't be surprised. He's kind of still just trapped in the prison of his mind and the old cycles and routines he used to go through back when they were at that old company. So pray for J-Bum, man. Pray for J-Bum. See, because also peeking out here is the 7 of Cups. He's undecided yet still as to what he's doing, what he would like to do, and where the hell he's going. Pray for J-Bum, yo. But anyway, feel free to shoot any comments or requests in relation to their individual readings, or if you'd like me to, I guess go in more depth about individual members over on the blog. Drop a comment, drop a like. Let me know what you think about this video. This was way too long. I had no idea it was gonna get this long, but it's fine. So yeah, if you can't get down with it, get down. Don't get down with fuzz. Adios.